Hi there, I'm Erica Missey, and I'm glad to be back for segment 2 of the animation part of the Josiah Festival. Again, I'm an animator and an artist based here in San Antonio, and I studied animation. I worked in the industry in Austin for about 4 years after I graduated college, and did some feature work on things like Space Jam and The Prince of Egypt. These days, I am a full-time artist. I draw children's books, I draw caricatures at parties and events, and I do lots and lots of commission work. As an animator, something that occurred to me, if you're drawing your own animation, it's very helpful to have storyboards, to actually draw storyboard type things, to have a point A to a point Z in your animation before you even try animating it in any kind of program or just freehand. Kind of helps to have an idea of where you're going with it. So if you prepare, if you can draw little sketches of storyboards of main scenes of what you want to see in your animation, it will help you tell the story. And storyboards can be done on paper, or for instance, I use an iPad Pro in my artwork these days, and I draw in Procreate, and I use an Apple Pencil, and it replicates the line drawing that quality that I would get on paper really well. So if you have access to something like an iPad, and you can get a hold of an Apple Pencil, I recommend it. Also, some programs, you'll hear a little more from a student named Asra about some programs that he uses these days to do animation, but some of the software that is being used by big studios these days, these are just a handful of them. Unity, Powtoon, Maya, 3D Max Design, Cinema 4, Adobe Animate, Beyond, Blender. These are just some of the programs available. Some of them are free to use, some you have to pay for, but there are a lot of choices. So there is not one animation program that suits everybody. There are a lot of things you can try and experiment, and some of them are free. So you get online and check it out and see what you can do. All right, let's watch some animation. The first film we're going to see is El Violiniste, and it was made from an artist here in San Antonio. This is a beautiful, a rough animation, but very effective in its storytelling. The second one is called Eggs Over Easy, and this one reminds me almost of a Fantasia-like music video done in the kitchen. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy those films, both done by San Antonio filmmakers. The next one we're going to see is called Give a Dog a Bone, which reminds me of the old Rankin Bass stop motion animation. It's a very nice homage to Rankin Bass. And then the one following that is called My Lost Things by an artist out of China. And it is almost a self-portrait done in animation of a person. It's a very beautiful film. I hope you enjoy both of them. In this next segment, we hear from local middle schooler Asra Garza-Cortez, who reviews his top 3 app choices for young people interested in animation. He covers various pros and cons of free and low-cost apps like Flip-a-Clip and Pencil 2D, and also touches on ways young folks can affordably access more professional programs like Adobe Animate. Asra is a 7th grader at SAISD's Bonham Academy and also participates in SAYC's visual arts and Hive digital media programs. Enjoy.
Hello, I'm Asra, I'm 12 years old, I go to Bonham Academy, and today I'm going to be showing you 3 animation apps or applications that are mostly free and, in my opinion, are the best to get for youths. The first one we're going to be reviewing is Flip-a-Clip. It is for mobile devices. Some pros for this program is that it's easy to use. You can connect an Apple Pencil to it. It has a selection tool, so let me just make a circle, selection tool, take that, and you can move it. Has a pretty good onion skin, I guess. It's available on PC too, technically, which is what I'm using it with. I have something downloaded called BlueStacks, and it is an Android emulator. And you can use this if you don't really have a good iPad or phone. It has some limitations when it comes to the free version. If you have the free version, the only way you can add audio is by recording, and you can't change the onion skin. See, if you have the paid version, you can change the amount of frames before, frames after that you can see. It also has a watermark if you do not have the paid version. So if I click Make Movie and try to export it, it will just have the selected Flip-a-Clip watermark, but I can turn that off. I'd say it's worth it to buy the full version if you're going to be using this a lot. Definitely worth it. It's not expensive at all. Some drawbacks really for this program would, I think, be the ability to actually draw. It's not that good for making digital art itself. And so, if you have a different drawing program, you can make the frames in there and import it into there, and that's not a problem. But, it all comes down to what you care about and what you're going to be using it for. Okay, this animation program is called Pencil 2D. Yeah, it's for both PC, Mac, and it also has one for Linux as well. Some pros with this one is it's really easy to learn, has a simple interface. It's completely free. It's good for frame-by-frame animation. Really, this would be a good thing to start out on, I think. Some things that are a little bit, not good. It doesn't support what some people call tweening, or animating by the use of selection tool. For example, if you draw one thing and then want to make it move to, for example, here, like that, you can't do it that way. You have to draw every single frame, and so that could be a pro or a con for some people. You might not want to do that kind of animation, so I don't know, it's up to you. This is Adobe Animate, the newest version. Now, this may look overwhelming, but the thing is, whenever you get Adobe Animate, it'll ask you, are you new to Adobe Animate? And if you are, it will show you around. This is the most polished out of all of them because it's paid. You can do the most with this one. There's tweening is supported. For example, I'm just gonna make a few of these. So that is 1 second of animation. So now you have this. Boom. Move this over here. And boom, there. You've got a tween. You can also, change this or whatever. And so see, yeah, this program is definitely one of the most polished out of all of them. There's a camera option, library, assets that you can use. Now some cons, I guess, would be it's paid. Not everyone can afford this, which I'll say a bit more about that afterwards, but it can be hard to export your project. Export as in, to an MP4 or something, like a video that you can post. It can be laggy if you don't have a good PC. It also has that kind of line correction that, when you see it you think, oh, this was made on Flash, I guess. I don't know if you can turn it off. I don't think so. See, you see that, you think, oh, Flash animation? Maybe? Yes. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, then I guess, I don't know if this would be for you. But then another thing is that if your parents work at like a school, for example, something like that, their job may give them access to the Creative Cloud. So if you can ask them about that, and that way you can get it for free legally. And so that's really cool. That's how I have this. I probably wouldn't be able to afford it without that. But yeah, it's really worth it. Definitely check if you can get it for free. Ask your parents, because it really is an amazing program, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. So those are my 3 top animation software out there that I picked. Hope you enjoyed, and happy animating!
I hope you enjoyed Asra's very informative presentation. I know I did. We have 2 more animation clips for you. The first one is called Sabana by an artist out of Madrid, Spain. And Sabana uses a technique that I really enjoy. It's a style of rotoscoping, where obviously the person used a live action reference to draw over in a stylistic way. Very interesting film. And the last one is called Shaman, and this one is a very beautiful artsy film. Again, reminds me of Fantasia from Disney. Both beautiful films. I hope you enjoy both of them.
Con tu brisa de maltranto, tus espejos de laguna, centinela de palmera que se asoma con la luna. Aquí me quedo contigo, aunque me vaya muy lejos. como tórtola que vuela y deja el nido en el suelo. Mañana cuando me vaya, te quedarás tan solita como becerro sin madre, como morichal sin agua.
The simple experience, the magic drum, is the compression of time. It's all going on. The dream time, which is the origin of all things, something when people make real shamans, they do it, and that is being in two realities at the same time. That is going at a beat of the drum. They are embracing techniques. That's why they are shamans, binding themselves with emerging. Emerging is another name for union. Time outside of time does exist, and so choosing to be merged, being in that other. So what are the purposes of the going outside of time? One is simply knowledge of these things spiritual, and they can go back and forth any time, just talking to you or being by themselves. Secondly, to get help for healing, shamanic healing. Another thing, the shaman does come back because the experience is not the thing. The knowledge from the experience is the thing, and then the shaman with the knowledge and power from that can come back and relieve suffering.
I want to thank y'all for watching these animated films and participating in the Josiah Festival. And I want to thank Urban 15 for the opportunity to host you today. And I hope y'all have the best success in your animation careers. And keep drawing, keep practicing every day as much as possible. And enjoy the rest of your seminars. Thank you.